YouTuberinos, it's Corey from Super Kami Guru 9000, and thank you for stumbling upon my random Pokemon video on the internet! Last year, before the release of Pokemon X and Y, I did a whole Pokemon-themed month of Pokemon videos and top 10s, and I had a lot of fun doing that. So I thought, why not? I'll do it again! So welcome to the second annual Pokemon Month! This time I wanted to do another top 10 Pokemon video, but it was really hard to decide, especially with the impending releases of Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby only a few months away. So instead, I'm going to count down my top 10 favorite Pokemon from every single generation. That's right, everything from Red and Blue all the way to X and Y. And Mega Evolutions will definitely be on the list, so look out for them. I think this goes without saying that this is my list, this is my video, so there's a good chance that your favorite Pokemon are not going to appear anywhere on this list. But that's the beauty of Pokemon. We all have our own special teams, and I want to hear from you guys. If you have a top 10 favorite Pokemon from any generation, please tell me with your comments below. And make sure to keep things clean and civil. So, let's go ahead and jump right in. Here are my top 10 favorite Pokemon from Generation 1. The number 10 spot goes to the flying electric Thunderbird, Zapdos. Zapdos looks like Big Bird on crystal meth, but instead of educating children, it spends its day nesting in the abandoned Kanto power plant, ready to strike down anyone with its powerful lightning bolts. Zapdos was the first legendary Pokemon I ever encountered and captured, which for me back in the day was pretty damn tough. To this day, he remains my favorite of the 3 legendary birds from Pokemon Red and Blue. In the first Pokemon game, there were only a select number of Pokemon that you could see outside of the grass, and most of them could be encountered normally, except for Snorlax. This massive, bloated, normal-type gentle giant could be yours when you woke his lazy ass up with a Poké-Flute. Snorlax, as their name would imply, love to sleep for long periods of time, and when they wake up, they eat upwards of 900 pounds of food before passing out yet again. Snorlax may seem ineffective in battle, but don't ever cross this lax. It's an HP tank that can dish out serious damage. Now if you'll excuse me, I think that we can all agree that dinosaurs are awesome, and when you combine that with Pokemon, you get the prehistoric predator of the skies, Aerodactyl. This rock flying type was one of my favorite back in 1998. God, I'm getting old. Fast forward to 2014 and Aerodactyl gets even groovier with a new Mega Evolution. And sweet Tangela of Titicaca, does he look badass! I think we can all thank the scientists of the Pokemon universe for playing God. This way, we can all have our own personal Jurassic Park attack dog. In the past, I've been unfairly harsh to the Charizard line, and after Pokemon X and Y, his new Mega Evolutions have finally won me over. My excitement was definitely amplified after watching the Pokemon Origins anime special. Using Mega Charizard X for the first time was a childhood dream come true. Not only is the design just so awesome, but he finally gains the Dragon typing, which is something Charizard fans have wanted for years. Not to be outdone, Charizard Y is just as effective in battle, if not more so. Even if you feel Charizard is overrated, you can't deny his impact on the series. Not to mention, I can play as Mega Charizard X in Super Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS, and that alone is enough to put him on my list. Kangaskhan is a dinosaur kangaroo of kick-assery, and she only gets better with age. Catching this Pokemon back in Red and Blue was a massive challenge for me, but it made me appreciate the parent Pokemon all the more. And now, after the release of Pokemon X and Y, Kangaskhan gets a massive upgrade with a new Mega Evolution that allows the baby to help attack in the battle. Its special ability, Parental Bond, allows it to attack twice, and currently, Kangaskhan continues to dominate the tournament scene. A family that curb stomps together, stays together. My favorite Pokemon type from Generation 1 was Electric, and Electabuzz still has a special place in my heart. Electabuzz would go on to get a pre-evolution with Elekid and then later evolve into Electivire, but even today, I prefer Electabuzz mostly for nostalgia's sake. Plus, I just love the noise he makes in the anime. Nintendo's sneaky ninja marketing must have really worked on me, because I really love Pikachu. The ever-popular mascot always manages to surprise me. This character has really transcended himself and become a pop culture phenomenon. I've said it in my previous videos that I love Pikachu mostly as a playable character in Smash Bros., and I can't wait to try him out in the new Wii U and 3DS games, but even today he keeps getting all kinds of attention in the main games. In the upcoming Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, you can deck out your Pikachu with multiple costumes. Nintendo, you had me at Luchador Pikachu. The Venusaur line is by far the most nostalgic Pokemon on my list. It was my very first one after all. 16 years later, and Venusaur continues to impress with its bulky stats and its new Mega Evolution, which is a complete tank. It all started with a little Bulbasaur, who over time grew into one of my most trusted companions. Mewtwo! I really shouldn't have to explain anything. It's the strongest Pokemon in existence. It's had multiple anime and movie appearances. It has count 'em, two Mega Evolutions, which only opens up his playability even more. Not to mention, it's Mewtwo, motherfucker! Need I say more? Suck it, Arceus. The king is back. And I'm just throwing this out there for Game Freak and Nintendo, but since Pikachu can now have alternate costumes, how about we get that armor from the very first Pokemon movie? That would be wicked. Generation 1 really set the bar when it came to ghost Pokemon. And okay, maybe there were only 3, but let's face it, Gengar kicks ass. Yep, Gengar continues to be my favorite Pokemon from Gen 1 and could very well be my favorite Pokemon of all time. He is my most consistently used Pokemon and has been on every team I've used in every single generation. His Mega Evolution just cemented my love of this guy. And have you guys checked out this shiny Mega form? Damn, that is sexy. Nintendo, please give us Americans the pleasure of getting that shiny Gengar event that Japan is getting. It would make for a devilishly delicious Halloween treat. So there it is, my friends, my top 10 favorite Pokemon from Generation 1. What did you guys think? Do you have a different list? Well, it's your time to let me know with your comments below. Please tell me what is your top 10 favorite Pokemon from Generation 1. And stay tuned, because this entire month, I'm going to be counting down all of my favorite Pokemon from every single generation. And remember, before you guys leave, make sure and hit that like button so you can give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel. That way you can see all of our awesome anime and manga reviews. You guys can also follow us on Facebook and on Twitter. I'll put links for all that stuff in the description box below.